Yo, Wave, can you type something for me? How you doing, dude? Just seeing if I can see stuff, because like, I can see it, and like, I've got one chat over here, and I can see it, and then I've got another chat over here. This is the one I want to work. So we've got all sorts of issues going on. Hello. See, that's not coming up in here. Why not? Check Discord. I'm in Discord, dude. Cheers, dude. Thank you. The thing is, it's really pissing me off because so what I do is I sit and I spend the time to do these, like do the picture, the images and everything, and then I go live, and for some reason it literally Streamlabs overwrites everything. And it just gets really annoying. So I need to sort out why that's doing that. I also just realised there's a load of things that have also gone now, so. Alright, save that. Oh boy. So many things. Right, let's see if we can see you chatting in here. Restore chat, right. Let's have a look, let's reload this screen. Connecting streaming software. Stream setup health. Apparently I'm not doing it right then. Apparently I'm doing it wrong. I'm good, dude. I'm good. Thank you so much. Okay, well, I think we've got everything working. Does the game show? I'm actually going to go to my own channel. Have a look. Okay, so it is showing me playing Factorio, blah, 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 blah. Yep. Shows Wave as chatting, that's cool. Okay. I think we can work with that. I need to send a tweet out. Let's get rid of that because I don't think that's working. Oh, this chat's working. Can I move over here? I want the chat on the right hand side. Like, the chat is on the right hand side. I want it on the left hand side of the screen. Is there a way of doing that? There's gotta be a way of doing that. I bet you there's a freaking plugin that does that. I bet you there's a plugin that does that. How are you feeling now, Wave? You said you were tired earlier, dude. Let's copy that and put that in here. Send a tweet out. Excellent. Well, I took my shower and I listened to the sound of yeah, I'm better. Awesome, dude. Awesome. Okay, I've managed to get the chat showing how I want it now. Sweet. Because it's really small. There we go, sorted that. Right, let's carry on with the game. Guys, congratulations. Congratulations. I'm thanking. What am I congratulating you for? You don't need congratulating. Thank you so much for coming to the stream. I appreciate it. Let's get my little thing floating and doing its thing. Hopefully that will just work now. That should go for 2 hours. Every 15 minutes that should pop up. But guys, yeah, please make sure to subscribe, like, share, do all the things, lurk. Anything you can, guys, that helps out. Really appreciate it. We are going to be playing day 2 of Factorio. So I'm just going to run over quickly what we did yesterday, because yesterday was a bit more of a just me chilling out, kind of just making sure everything was working. So let's go over the basics. Very simple. I'm going to put this into a nice video at some point of the basics, because this here is the basics setup. So this nice material over here, you see all this grey stuff, this is iron ore. And obviously in Factorio you need a lot of iron to make machines. You get stone as well, which is the brown one, which you can see here. If I zoom right in, you can see it, that's the brown one that you can mine. So you mine stone to make things like furnaces, which allow you to actually smelt the iron and copper, which we'll get to in a second. Sorry, I'm going to cough. Okay. So, yeah, you get the iron over here, you get your stone over here, and literally to start with it, you have to kind of pickaxe at it. Then you get your copper. Copper is needed a lot to make like a lot of the electrical things. Like in here, the intermediate products they're called. Like you make copper cables, you make circuit boards. You'll need them for like making offshore pumps, because obviously an offshore pump needs an electric circuit board in it, which means it needs the resource of copper. Same with laboratories. I'm saying that like a lavatory, but I mean a laboratory, like a laboratory. There we go, a laboratory. Okay, labs. But essentially you're going to need them for assembly machines, because the whole idea of this game is to assemble everything pretty much without you having to constantly build every item. Like, if you did it building every single item and never using an assembly machine, well, you would never do it, because there's certain items in the game you have to use an assembly machine for. But if you were to do it all by hand, up until those items only, it would take you forever. Yeah, you're building little pumps over there. Dude, I got a little pump. I got me a little pump. It's over here. Me a little pump engine over there. Right, so yes, we have iron, which gets mined, obviously. This is the grey stuff. Stone, which you mine, and you can make furnaces and things with. We'll get onto the other things. The main things it does is furnaces for now. copper, because you obviously want the electric cables, you want anything that's electrical has copper in it. And then the black stuff here is coal, which is essential for pretty much everything at the beginning. Because if you can't smelt ore without burning it, so you need something to burn. And what does it rap about? What does what rap about? My iron ore? Or my little pump? You mean little pump over here? Little pump. Raps about water all day, mate. And yes, there is a delay on here. I don't know why. It's just YouTube, I think. I'm going to do a little bit more research into why it's got a delay. But we'll get to it. We'll get to the bottom of it. So yeah, that's the essentials of what is on the ground. So what I've got going on is we have some, what's the best way to describe this? Because we have got out of just using these. I didn't want to put that there. These are what's known as like furnace burners, basically. So you can put these down on the material, and then if you put basically a material that'll burn in it, like let's just go and get me some coal. If you put material that'll burn in it, like so, it'll just burn the material as a fuel and output iron, which will just, at the moment, it will just dump it on the floor because it can't go anywhere else. So that one bit of iron is there. So if I just pick it up, I can pick it up, like watch. It just kicks it out to there. So at the moment, that's all that'll do. And it'll just keep going until it runs out of fuel. Now, they're okay. But the only problem is you have to keep constantly filling them with fuel. So the first thing you want to do is what we did yesterday, is get up to these, which are electric miners. So these use electric power to just constantly mine. So I set that up yesterday, along with some furnaces like this. I'm going to do a little video for anybody who's new, and it's going to be a complete newbie thing, and I know a lot of people who will watch this already know all this. Like, it's the basics of the game, but basics can still be essential. So what I just did yesterday is I set up some electric miners here, just to send onto a feed belt and start making me my iron plate in here, so I don't have to constantly be rushing back to furnaces going, oh, has this got one, has this got it, has this got it, are they running out of fuel, or what are they doing? I can just put it in here. There is an issue going on there, which means I'm actually probably going to take that away, like so. Well, if I just pop that in there and that in there, that's cool. The reason I did that is because they were getting clogged up. So 3 of these is good enough for 2 of these to work constantly. Okay. Because that's like a next level sort of thing, where you start realizing that you've got so much production going that the feed can't actually keep up. So we did that, and then we did exactly the same thing going into the copper, but again, because we've only got 1, it's not going to work. So what I will do is take the same design I did before, 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Whoa, okay. So we ran out of track, so you come into your little inventory thing. This is where you craft everything. You've got 4 tabs. You've got your logistics tab, which are your tracks and your crates, your inserters, which are like your little claws, pipes and electric. Then you've got your production, which is anything to do with actually making things, from furnaces to assemblers to miners. Obviously, you've got your offshore pumps there. You do have your intermediate products, which basically is anything that is going to be made, which then gets made into something. So they can't be used on their own as a product, but you can make them. So, like for instance, copper cable can then be made into electric circuits, which then is needed for an assembly machine, which also requires cogs. So this requires 5 cogs, 3 electric circuits and 9 plates. So there's your plates. So you can make plates out of iron ore, but they have to, as it says underneath, unless you can read everything, underneath it, it says made in stone furnace, steel furnace or an electric furnace. So these can only be made in a thing. So I can't just craft these. Everything here I can craft, as it pretty much says. These can all be put into assembly machines as well to be made automated. And then you've got the weapons tab, which is combat, which is anything guns, armor, turrets, radars. We've got a radar here which basically boosts the signal, so we get a signal on the map of where the enemies are if they're closer. And then we've got some turrets to defend off any attacking enemies, because we're playing a permadeath game. And quite frankly, I don't want to die. I died twice yesterday as we were starting the game up, which kind of sucks. A permadeath run where you die straight away is not a good permadeath run. So we restarted and just got straight back up and started going again. Right, so we're going to put that there. So yeah, back to the crafting. You can craft in stacks of 5 or 1. You right click to go in 5s, you click it once with the left click, it will do it in a stack of 1, and it queues up just below my camera, as you can see on the left, just below me, like down here somewhere. I don't know, you'll probably be down there. You can see like a vague shape. If I click this once, if I click this once, it will be crafting it in the bottom corner. So we just made like 40 out of these. So what I'm doing now is, there we go. Right, so that now is put into these furnaces. So basically you're playing Minecraft hardcore, but more advanced Minecraft. Essentially, a little bit, yeah. I need to turn this music off because of when this goes up to YouTube, it's going to be a bit weird. People listening to musics on it. So essentially, yeah, because what this is doing now is this particular machine is getting the coal, which then comes along, hits this side of the track. Now tracks are split side by side as well. So if you put stuff onto one side of a track, it'll only stay on that side. If you put stuff onto the other side, so you can send 2 materials up one track, which is very handy. I mean, technically you could send multiple materials up to that track if I did that and then had another material coming in here. I could send another one on, but it would still be on the same side as the copper. So if I had, say, iron coming off here and going onto that track as well, it would mix up the iron and copper, which means when it gets to the end here, it might not be able to get onto the track because of later on we could put filters on. Like that could be a filter one that says only pull out copper, and if we put iron in there to create iron, it can't get the iron out. But I'll get onto that later. That's a little bit more advanced when we start doing that. Okay, so what are we lacking? We're not getting enough coal. We're not getting enough copper. So we're going to craft a couple more of these. And we'll get some more copper going up the track. Because as you can see, these two aren't doing anything. Like you can see the copper symbol on that. That's because of it shows that it's actually making something. It's got like a copper in it. These are showing that it hasn't got anything. So hopefully when that produces more copper, it'll start filling the track up more, meaning these two grabbers here actually get a chance to grab copper and put them in. And what the grabbers will do is they'll take anything on the track that's needed for the item that they're going into. So if it needs copper, it will take the copper. If it needs coal, it will take the coal. Because of at the moment it will hold it at 5 maximum. And if that gets down to 4, it will take another piece of coal, put it in. And it will just constantly keep trying to feed these until they're up to 5. But they all fight over the same things, the same pieces. I'm waiting for that piece to take a piece of copper. Oh, it did. It's already took it. Okay, so what is this one doing? This one is basically just mining coal, which then gets fed down to these two. And what this does is you've got a little offshore pump here, which basically takes water and puts it into a boiler. And what you do then is you heat the boiler up with the coal by putting the coal into it. That's all you do. And then these power steam engines. And the steam engines produce... how much do they produce at max? Well, I've got available... Let's have a look. There's a way of actually finding out. So, consumption. So, maximum output is 900 kilowatts. So, it does tell you in kilowatts what you're doing. So, your maximum output is 900 kilowatts per one. So, at the moment, I've got 9, 18. There should be 2,700. We can actually go on here and find out. 3,800. I don't know how this is worked out. God knows. So you actually can go onto these little graphs as well, which makes it a bit more complicated. But let's go every minute. So in the last minute, it shows you what's going on. So the green is the inserters, which is here. So as the inserters use it, it shows you how much electricity they're using. Oh, it's 1.2 megawatts, I think. That's what we're producing. 1.2 megawatts. But it's got this has the potential to use up to 3.8. So there's the potential. What we're actually using is 1.2. So this is only producing 1.2. So these aren't actually working that hard. They're working at about just over a quarter of what they need to be. So the radar is actually using quite a lot, 300 kilowatts. So the radar is using more than all my little claws put together, all my inserters. My miners are using 700 to 800, probably about 800. So they're taking the main force is all my miners, which is understandable. And then all you do is link this with electric poles, and if you just click and drag, they put them on for you at the maximum distance, because there is obviously a maximum distance obviously a pole can reach. So if I come here, you can see it doesn't connect to there, but it does connect there. The cable just literally flicks on and off, or you can just click, hold, and I'll just put it for you at the maximum distance. Some people get really anal with how neat and tidy their bases are, so if you've got OCD, and I'm doing this, I apologise. So the next thing to do is make basic technology to make these. So we want to be able to research a lot. So these we need automated, which means making copper plates, which we have down here. So the copper plates are fine, but we also need cogs. Lots of cogs. And the best way of doing this is to make an assembly machine. So we're going to make 2 of them because we're going to need a lot of cogs. And we'll make a 3rd one because we're going to need to make the actual research itself. So all this is basically like a mix. This is like a mixer. So if you've got like a recipe, you just put them in to these. So we're going to put one there, one there. Actually, can we do this a little bit differently? We probably can actually. We can probably do it a little bit differently. Alright, so if we put one there. I'm trying to think how we can do this in a good way. One there. This is not going to be the best design for it. So I apologise for any designs. If you want designs and things, I'm going to make separate videos based on designs. So I'm going to go over everything I'm making now with you. So what I'm making here, this is an underground belt. This is a splitter. Because what we're going to do is we're going to split the track, which means you take the track you've got and you literally split it into 2 different tracks carrying the same material. Which is pretty cool. Because you need to be able to... Because eventually what you'll end up doing is building up so much on tracks that they need to be split up. But all I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to take all of that. So that's not getting used like there. This is just going to be dedicated to going up here. And where's my splitter? There it is. So I put my splitter here, get this underground track here. Okay. So as you can see, an underground track will allow you to go underground, which means you can put materials like a track above it carrying a different material. Alright, so if I come over here, so what this is going to allow me to do is carry these both. So that's now a track, single track carrying just iron, which we're going to turn into cogs using these. Now, if I'm correct in thinking it needs... Is it only 1 cog? I've made this a lot more complicated than it needs to be. I apologise. So this is the most basic item. And I've already managed to mess it up. Okay, so what you don't want to do, what I just did. Ignore that. And then we need one of them. Okay. So if we just stop making that there. Oh, if it ever beeps at you, like you don't know why is it beeping at me, like what have I done wrong, blah 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 blah, it's literally just because you're out of distance of it. Like I can't lay this over here, cannot reach, but I can lay it here. Same goes for picking it up. Alright, so we get the underground one, because I don't want to just... Normally you wouldn't do it like this at all, because this is literally going over all the coal. You don't want to be going over all the coal, because you want to mine it. This is just to get the research going. Okay, so Here we've got the iron coming up here, and then it's got an inserter into an assembler, like so. Very simple. So you take that and you go, I want to make cogs with it. Okay. Then, and let me put some electric here so it actually works. Yeah, right. So what that'll do now is take iron from here, put it into here, and these will start making cogs like so. So it'll take 2 iron, make a cog. 2 iron, make a cog. 2 iron, make a cog. And the time to make a cog is 0.5 seconds. And this is where you only need 1 of these. You actually can probably make, I could probably make a couple of these based off of 1 of these, because this takes 0. You can get really technical with this. It says 0.5 seconds crafting time. This is 5.5 seconds. So you could make 1 cog machine for 5 of these, which we will get onto in a bit. We'll get onto like how you can work out the timing later on. But this is currently taking cogs, making cogs, put them in there, and it's got to the point where it's gone, okay, I can't, why would I make any more? Like, I'm not doing anything with them, it can't take them out. Much like the miner earlier on couldn't output any more, so it just stopped working. So them cogs are now, I've got this little thing here, which is saying take the cogs out of here, put them into here. But this one's like, I don't know what to build. So we go over here, and we go build these, which are automated science packs. Because on all the sciences, which if you press T, it shows you all the sciences, what you need as a requirement to build them. It says that this needs 5 red automated sciences. So this is going to need 15 automated sciences. Is that, hang on, is it 15 or is it 10? Time to research. Oh, if you only use, is that if 1? If you're using 1, it's going to take 10 minutes because it's going to need 10 of them. I don't know. I've never actually sat and worked that out. How much does it cost? I need to research that and work it out. So what you actually end up doing is you're making red research out of there. So we get another one of these. Take it out. Carry it down here. Get your laboratory. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pop it down there. Grab you. Put you there. We'll make another lab as well. And should cut that one out. Because what you can do is you can chain them, which makes it very useful for researching twice as fast now. So as this produces them, what it'll do is it'll take them into here and put them in here, and this will go up to a maximum, I think, 5. And then this will go up to 5. So once that's got 5 in there, this will have 5 in here. But going back to this science thing, this is very crap, to put it at the least. To put it very least, it's crap. we want to make a much better production of this. So I'm going to suggest that I start making, what is it these need? Circuit boards are pretty much essential for this game. The basics. So the basics for me are copper wire and cogs. Copper wire and cogs are needed essentially, and then obviously circuit boards are needed a lot as well throughout this game. So what you want to do is you want to make pipelines and tracks going off and feeding all your little plantations, because this is very small. It's not very good, doesn't really do what we need. We are researching Science 2, which we don't technically need at the moment, but what it will allow Science 2 is to open up a few other things, like where are we looking? Like the train tracks, but we don't need them yet, I guess. I'm more concerned about actually, let's research weaponry. So you can just swap them as well. So you can just stop and start them. It still keeps the progress of this one. So if we do weaponry, or military, as it's called, we will stop this. I'm pretty much going to dismantle it all now and build a much better version of it, which is going to be a bit more crude, should we say. Okay, so let's get rid of that, pick all that up, get rid of that, and that track. And all of you. Right. Awesome. So what I'm actually going to do is turn these around. Get rid of this track here with the, like so. We're going to build these. Actually, we're going to need a lot of these, but we're going to need a lot of them too. Okay, so that's a fair bit of stuff we're building there. But what we're going to be doing is putting that to there, and then to there. Which is then going to go track. Okay, we've got no more track. Christ. That's not good. Okay, so what it's doing at the moment is it's making me some more miners, so I can have more coal. Coming out. Like so. And I'm also going to neaten this up a little bit. So, this is what we're going to do. And make a few more miners. This is going to produce a lot more than what we had before. So if that's there, that's there. Yeah. No. I'm a little confused. I'm just trying to get it so it pretty much looks perfectly similar. Then again, nothing's perfect. So, okay, so what we got there is a juicy track of coal, of iron ore, just going along, doing its thing. And dump that one there. Right, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 10. That's loads. That's absolutely loads. Okay, we're going to go and do something similar here now. I'm going to put one there, space it out by 1 to put a track. But surprisingly, you don't need as much coal as you do other resources. Coal is very forgiving as a resource. No, I had a nice plan for making furnaces and stuff, which I'm going to go and look it up because I had it somewhere. Somewhere. I actually think it's in my Discord somewhere. We're getting attacked by aliens. Or there was an alien that came and attacked. And I think they're coming from up the north area. Like if you look on the map, this zone, if you click the map, it shows you the zone of pollution. The red is the pollution zone. Obviously it shows you the coal, iron, copper and such. But just up here is an alien base, which is on my map represented there. There's this piece of water, which is there. The little red splodge there is this alien base, followed up with some crude oil. So I'm going to have to go and get them at some point. Probably pretty soon, to be honest. I can't afford any enemies to kill me. Yeah, don't be wanting that. Do not be wanting to be killed by many enemy. I'm trying to find the really neat way of building like a good furnace system. Is this it? Okay, I've got it here. Okay, let me just go and open it up over here so I can actually see what we're doing. Okay, so what we're going to have to get rid of this. Let's get the chat back open so I can see what you're doing. See who's abusing me. Okay, there we go. Cool. Right, this is just to get loads and loads of coal out. Okay, then you get an underground one, so you can go underground, put it back up, and then you get to put your electricity in the middle of the poles. So the way this system works is the poles get to go down the centre, which means every single square can be covered with miners, basically. Also, I didn't tell you about this. So on the miner, you can see the surface area of electric miner can only be put on a resource. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. So you can see the surface area of a miner. Whereas this one doesn't have a surface area, it doesn't look a blue square around it. That is because what happens is the surface area of that is itself. So this little yellow box here is all it mines. It only mines the resources within that. This one will mine all the resources covered within the box itself. This little yellow box that goes around it, plus one square out as well. So all these, it'll mine all them. So that's what that represents. So when I put all these down, that's mining all of the track as well. So anywhere where this track goes, all these are mining it. So you actually cover every single square. Okay, so cool. Let's get this coal to come out to the top. I'm actually going to move you, Miss Turret. You're very useful. I'm not going to get rid of you anytime soon. I'm going to put some more ammo in you. There you go. Very nice. So, here we go. We've got a coal coming up here. We're going to need splitters for this. So that's what a splitter does. It will split it literally onto two tracks. And allow me to send it in two different directions. Actually, I don't need splitters for this bit. Because what I'm about to do is... It's kind of complex. Because I never remember how to do it. I don't want to go too high. I don't need to go too high. So what is it? You put a splitter down. I'm adding more. You put a splitter. Now this isn't my original idea. I'm not claiming this is an original idea, but I will do a walkthrough on how it is done. Because it's pretty cool. Okay, so then you need a few of these. So say the coal comes in. So that's going to be one. Which goes over the splitter, over that one, leaves a gap, goes there, and that goes there, and that just carries on. So that's then got 1, 2, track, gap, gap. So the way this works now is that goes there. I'll trying to walk you through this on a live stream. A little bit complex because I don't know off the top of my head. But you'll see what it does. And I think it's easier to understand once you've done it. So what that should now do is that should split that there. Yep. Cool. Right. Let's get some furnaces down. Furnaces? We need more splitters. We're going to need one more splitter. think a lot more track. A few of these, and a few of these. So this is literally going to be enough iron ore to keep iron plates to keep me going for ages. Is it literally upside there? Right, so that can go up there. This is why I need another one of these. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, let's work out what we got to do here. So that comes in like so. How many is it? 1, 2, 1. You got track going in this side, a track going that side, which splits it onto 2. You got one coming down, that one coming in. The splitter's going on there. So what that there is going to be doing is taking charge of all this. And then the furnaces just have to go in 2x2s. 2, 2, I think. Let's just do 4 or 8, sorry, because we're going to, you're doing both sides. Okay, so the wiring now can be done. Let's wire this bad boy up. So you got one that goes there, and that goes onto. It doesn't really matter where it goes, as long as you start there. You can go there for all I care. Is this how it goes? I keep forgetting. I think that's how it goes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And you need one on that side as well. Okay, cool, cool. Let's put another one there, another one there, another one there, and another one there. We've got enough track for that? Probably not. Okay, so we then have that one going in there, that one going there, that one going there, that one going there. Cool. So what this will now do is give me loads and loads of iron. Now you can take this up to, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24 on each side, which is mad. 24 on each side. That'll be enough to keep me going for a while. 24 on each side, but we're just going to leave it as it is for now. I don't think we need any more. We're not in any mad rush, are we? I mean, it's not going to hurt to put another 4 down, I guess. Excellent. Now we've got so much iron, we don't know what to do with it. Perfect. Iron production, done. I'm actually going to turn that the other way. There's a big reason I left a gap here. So, can we? Right, so this is going to be a primary source of iron. For now. Let's go and build a couple more turrets. Just to stick at the top. Just in case. The last thing I want is a group of biters to come and munch down on my tower. So now I've got that, I'm going to use a little blueprint tool and just kind of copy it. Let's rename that blueprint to smelting. Create blueprint. So now we have a nice blueprint, which we can take down here and do a very similar thing. With Outline, like so. I'll put the blueprint down there. There you go, stays. So this just creates like a little ghost outline on the floor. It also tells you how many of the resources you're going to need, which is like 63 track. I don't have 63 track. So we'll just make some more track. 12 furnaces. We don't have 12 furnaces. $24 picker thingies. 8 underground. We have the poles and then splitters. Let's just do a couple of splitters. Right. So then what you can do is you can start putting together the pieces as they're shown on Le Design. So this is literally the steps of making one of the best bases you can. Oh no, wrong way around. And then from this we'll have the two main ingredients that we need to start making well, pretty much anything. Okay, let's drop these bits on, finish it off. Track, we need more. Do 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 do. Okay, what else you make? What are you making now? You don't need to be making more of these. Just make more track. That's all I need. That one can go there, that can go there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Finalising. Excellent. Excellent. Right, so now what we need to do is destroy all this and make it run more efficient. AKA make it run better. And then we can start making assembly stuff a lot better. Like the stuff I really want to start doing. So sciencey things, please just stay there for now. You're cool. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so that's all of that. Sweet. Let's go to that. Okay, so how many miners we got here? Somehow managed to whistle from my mouth without even knowing how I did it. That was cool. You know what? I'm not going to try and confuse it. I'm just going to go with it. So 10. That's how many we got going there. Okay, so this one I'm actually going to take down. Right, so that one's powering both of them. But you can't do that. Right, so we need to put one there. Going into that. This can get a little bit tricky to actually visualise until you're kind of doing it. Why are these not pumping anything out? Okay. So, now it doesn't matter what you do here in regards to what goes where. I knew we'd do something like that. Okay. Get out of the way. That's the out. So that has to be the out. Always has to be the out. This is... That's the in for the coal. So that's the in for the coal. Gonna come up here. Let's just dump this because I don't need it. Because if you hold control and click on things while you've got something in your hand, it'll instantly go into the refiner itself. Okay. Just need some electrics. Okay, cool. Now we have copper. Now we just need the miners that are going to actually put that in. Cool. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I normally like my resources to actually be completely separate because obviously I can't just mine over that, because what that'll do is that'll give me copper and stone if I mined there. It shows up on this little side menu there. If I hover over this, it shows copper and stone, which means it'll put copper and stone at random points on the track. And if you're trying to keep your track kind of neat and tidy, it doesn't help. So it doesn't matter which one of these it goes into, does it? So that should now... I need a little bit more of this. So that can go there. That's all mining, 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 mining. Excellent. So this now is a nice system where we have a nice flow of copper and we have a nice flow of iron. So I'm going to take these up here if I can. I need a lot more underground track. I like them to all be in the same kind of place. Just to start doing the basic researches and things. I might make some more. No, not that many. Jesus. Make 5. I don't need that many. Christ. Let's come up here. Excellent. Nothing else to worry about. A big radar. Look how untidy that is. That sort of thing annoys me. And I do it a lot in this game. Right. Okay. And then we're going to go underground. And again, to clear that cliff. There we go. Awesome. Right, this is where your splitters come in very useful. Because now I can start splitting this into two. Right, so we're going to start our first one off here, I guess. Literally just look everything up, so you just go. Okay, so what we got here? What time is it? Ooh. I need to get on to making let's actually ditch that one for now. Right, so we're just going to have it on 2. So we can keep that going like so. We're just going to do research into sure. Oh man, I'm tired after work today. You know what? I just realised we can have music on. Do 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 do. Yeah, because we can have music on, seeing as it's stream, and we're making videos separately. So I think that's fine. After stream, we're going to go and see Griff. He's playing No Man's Sky. I'm giving big shout outs to Griff. He's really putting in the effort. So props to him, man. I'm just going to put it there, turn that there. Just so we can get more coal going down there. So this mine doesn't feel like it's doing such a useless job. Right, can we make the explosives yet? That's what I need to make, really. This design. this weird and wonderful design. It needs the space to have, not that. This, very good. Now you see, I could actually take a spur off that and do it here. Probably. Let's just see. Have we got a track? Right, let's just lay it out. So it's going to have track, that, inserter, right, so this is where the, so that's where it comes up. Right, so if I did a split, so if I actually made that here. If I put a split on that. Let's have a look. So if we come all the way down, right, so we make, just say, this is literally just make a couple wire. But I think the same will apply for cogs, because cogs is literally just the same thing. So I'm just going to make the blueprint. How many more of them am I making? 2 more, I think. So, let's look how this works. So this is actually going to be a feed going up and in like so. You have your resource coming up. You gotta love looking at like these kind of crazy things that people come up with. Like people actually think like all of these cool little crafts. Well, that's enough already for that. I know that. So. Right, so how this is going to work is it's going to take a line off that, that, that. It's going to put it onto this line. No, sorry, that's that way, and you're also putting into that one, and if you're more, so what time this one's next one is continue doing this. Because I need to get the bigger telegraph poles, like electricity, so I can do more. Okay, cool. So how does this work? Is very simple. I don't think I've got enough track, but sure. So that goes into that one. Yeah, I need a lot more track. Because this one is not going to cross that. So we're going to need to put a little undergroundy one. That's cool. And then you can join these two up if you want. And there you have a feed of whatever you need. So if I put copper into that, I can make copper cables. Let's just power it all up a sec. So cool. Look at that little design there. So I'm gonna talk you through this design. It's a nice little design. I like it. I'm just gonna blueprint it. Let's type in assembly basic. We'll call it that. Okay, we're just going to pop it down here. Assembly basic. So, if we set all of these to just make copper, what we'll end up getting is a lot of copper plating. Copper wire, which is good because we need it. What else do we need? cogs. A lot of cogs are needed. So can I flip this and make cogs? Over here maybe? You see, this is why I need that freaking explosives. Cliffs get in the way, man. Okay, so one cool thing I will be able to also do is not only can you make single ingredient items in them, you'll be able to double ingredient items because you just pass through both sides of the ingredients on both sides of the track and it'll go through filter and yeah, it'll work. And then you get out what you need to. Like, I can set up, and I might just do this just because of it's going to be easier. Just a simple box there. Even that's not good enough, right? Okay, cool. Let me just put a box. Not there. Just one above it. Let's get the ingredients to make this, which is lots of cogs. Have I got lots of cogs? Cogs and copper plate. We have copper plate there. Okay. Right, so look, T. I need the. What is it that makes the freaking explosives? This. Oh, Christ, I've got to go through all that to get to this? Oh, yeah, because you need sulfur. Bollocks. We need the chip to get through to this, along with a few other things. Let's go with that for now. I should go with that. Go to weapons and make me one of them. Put the cogs in there and put a stack of that in there. Wow. done the one thing you can't do. No. Oh my god, what have I done? I'm ballsing up, lads. I'm ballsing it up. Right, all I want you to be able to do is put into there. Right, so that there, which means you have to go there, which means my tin box has to go there. Has to go there. Okay, so we're going to need to make cogs somewhere. I'm thinking I want to use this blueprint again. Well, that's just unluckily, unfortunately, in the way. I wanted to bring it out here, kind of. But what that means doing is taking the iron up there, which is going to need a lot of logistics. Maybe. Well, for one, it's going to need to be passed under there. So we take this. We take a splitter. Drop a splitter there. Okay. We need to actually make this as well. Christ. We need a lot of this. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Done. Right, I'm just going to go to the toilet. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Thanks so much for waiting. Right. Let's make this little blueprint go. Oh, didn't do that right, did we? Well, we cocked that up. Okay, there we go. So we're just literally creating this blueprint so that we can get the cogs that we need. Because we've got like out here, we already have this exact blueprint, just upside down. It's the same one but upside down, and this is making just the copper wire. So what if when we have copper wire and cogs going, that'll be a nice little starter really to kick us off. I don't even think we're gonna have enough belt here. I reckon I'll need more track. Okay. This is literally just like colouring in. I mean, this is why blueprints are so useful in the game. Because you can literally pre-lay everything out, make sure you got all the right things you need, and off you go. Make sure there's some ammo in them. Okay, right, let's go and bring the iron up, because at the moment it's down here, which kind of sucks. I'm going to try and keep as much of this underground as I can, just to keep it neat. A little complicated, but sure. Yeah, well, I mean, I could have gone that way actually, I guess. I don't think it really matters. You'll all get torn up anyway and made into a faster version. So this is just so we've got a supply of cogs. Ah, what am I doing? You know what? What am I doing? Not even I know what I'm doing, man. Put that to there. Rotate that. Such chilled music. Such chilled music. It's not really what I want to listen to, though. It's not what I want to listen to. It's just what we ended up listening to. Okay, so we have metal. Right, so we've got all that iron coming in. And all we're going to do with it is make a lot of cogs. This will literally be palming them off as it comes in. It will be like 1, 2. Because I think it takes 2 metal things to make 1 cog. 1, 2. Yeah, so it's going 1, 2, out. 1, 2, out. Which is going to produce a fair few cogs. If you think how this flow's going. Which is cool. Which is cool. Right, so we take them cogs that are in that copper that was in there, and we put it in. Oh, that's a lot of copper. Right, so now we're going to bump up our research a little bit. Because we have everything we need to automate the rate of research. It's just about the logistics of getting it to where it's got to go. Wind's going to take some iron. Come on. We're not got enough, have we? Fuck's sake. Okay, so now we need to make some sort of assembly for like a small version of this, maybe. So with just 6. So 6 of them. Can we fit 6 on there? Might be able to. I wonder. So it's going to have to go 1, 2, 3. Leaves no room at the top for track. I'll go and think about this. Okay, so go 1, 2, 3. Gap, gap, gap. I've got no track there then. I've got no space. Tits. Actually, we could do this. I think. Okay, so then we just go up, up, connect that one, drop, drop. So chuck that in there, chuck that in there. Fine. Okay, this is going to work. I've got a feeling it'll work. Can we get one down there? Ah, shit. We're one too many. And this is not how you should play it, I guess. I guess you shouldn't play like cramped up style. It's not good for the it's not good for your logistics. I just had this. I literally had the idea. Right, so you're going to need a track going around to collect everything. Okay. You're also going to need a track coming in, which is going to be fed up here. that's going to come out like that. I'm getting a splitter. Because what's going to happen now is that's going to go up around. So they'll join at some point, I guess. Right, then we're going to need, coming off that one there, I'm assuming one there. Right, so at the logistics point of view, we need that. Then we're going to need one going in, one going in. This is the shittest science thing I've ever done. Oh, this is ugly. I hate it already. So they're going to be coming up that, which is going to be a Jumunjan? A Jumunjan? That's a word I was literally going to say then. A Jumunjan. A joining of them, which doesn't actually need to go that far. Which you're then going to have... Can we have another one coming off there? Yeah, we can. I thought we could. Which then has another one coming off there and there. Okay. Sweet. So I put one there. One there. One there. Need another splitter. So what we do with the splitter is split. Obviously, that's what we do with splitter. So now that should give me everything I need to make the funky science. Okay, so now we go there to there, and then we just fuck it. We actually have no on. Jeez. now we should be able to go. Right, because it's not that fast, what you can actually do is, I don't want to make a red one. No! You can actually speed it up a little bit. Add another bit of track there. Like that. So what I should do is produce enough to keep me researching. Which I think is pretty cool for today's stream. We've improved our furnacing. So our mining's going to be better. So our mining's improved, our furnacing has improved to the point where we have loads. Coal is good, got good distribution. We've started a basic supply of copper and iron. I don't even know what to do, mate. Expand my inventory. What do you mean expand my inventory? I don't need to expand my inventory. It's great. It is. Cheers. Unless it means this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Well, it's an 8 by 10. So, is it? So it's 8, but so it's 10 by 8. I'm gonna research it. I'm gonna find out. I can't. I need green. I've got green, but I can't do green. We'll just start with the red things. Right, so we've got nice furnacing. This can be extended quite easily to produce even more. Plus, what you end up getting is this is what you have to do, is all this complicated stuff here. I'm going to put this in a nice YouTube video just to explain how it's built. You also get your coal coming out here. So as long as you have a feed of iron to go in, you can just continuously like slap one next to it. And then build it up to 24. I think this can go up to 24, and that's when this starts overloading, like the time it takes to make these is enough. Okay, that didn't take long. Let's just go sure there. What else we do? We did this nice little, ignore this bit, that's a bit of trash. We did this nice little loop setup for making all our copper cables for the start of the game. Very nice and simple. Just one feed going in, splits up and creates a nice little feed coming out. We did the same thing, covered it, made it into a blueprint, did the same thing for cogs. So we have a nice cog setup here. To which we actually took a split off the cogs and off the copper that's already been used, and they go into these, which then go directly down into the sciences, and we can research now. Like, we're researching so much faster than we have any point in this game so far. But I'm going to leave it there tonight. We're going to be back on, what day is it today? Wednesday? I need to get a proper schedule, but we'll probably do. We might do tomorrow night. If I'm feeling it, we'll do tomorrow night. If not, because I might do a video tomorrow night. We'll do Friday night and one of the Saturday, either Saturday or Sunday. That's the goal. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate you being here, and I will speak to you next time. I'm going to go off and I'm going to go watch Griff for a little bit and chill out, guys. So peace out, have fun, stay safe. Bye bye bye.